Custom Car Models by George Barris. What's up? What's up? We're going to get started in a little bit right now. Got to crack open this bottled water. It's getting close to midnight. Chilling in the pad, you know, watching shows and stuff. And then I was like, you know what? Got this book the other day. I don't know whether to call it a magazine or a book because it's a little bit of both. Check it out. It's small. This is like the smallest tiny little book that I own. And my first, because this is from the 60s right here. Man, when I saw this on eBay, I was like, I got to get my hands on this. It's finally here. It made it. How many, man, I would say what? Maybe close to 65 years at least, or at least 60 years, man. So this here most likely came out around between 1960 and 1963. I don't think this is the first printing. This might be like a second or a third printing of this. From what I saw listed, this could be like a third printing right here. So check this out. This is all part of a series here. Spotlight Books. They did one on, let's see here. It says handguns, custom cars, teen hair, and makeup, and model cars. Look at that, right? Yo, what's up, guys? Maximilian, what up? Model Car 1589, what's up? And here we have this. This is the book number 4, which is Custom Car Models by George Barris. Then up here we have 25 cents. This is how much this cost back then. I wonder if that was a lot of money. I wonder if parents were actually buying this for their kids or being like, nah, that's a lot. 25 cents. We go buy food with that. Latest model kits. How to customize hot rods and special cars. Coast to coast model pictorial. Look at that. So we have a colored page in the front, which probably is the only page you'll see because everything else is going to be more of a like black and white vibe, but it's not so white. It's more like a brown kind of color. And then down here we see the brushes, the paints, glues, and some hot rods right there. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's check out this book together, guys. Here, this was put out by Spotlight, based out of Los Angeles as well. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Man, I got to be careful how I open this. I don't want to tear it up. All right, OmniWorks, what's up, man? What up? So check it out. Look at this. The first page, we have Custom Car Models by George Barris, Spotlight book 508. And here we have 2 custom cars right here. I mean, this was printed back in 1960. And you're looking at 2 custom cars that are like ahead of their time right there, especially with those designs, because this is like some modern day stuff that you see now. You know, this is what people are influenced by that own some of these cars. You know, we see some with the chop tops. We also see some customs similar to this kind of styling. You know, that right there, it rattles my mind. It trips me out right there. How forward thinking they were. Then over here we have this cool little layout of model cars. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, are these the actual kits or are they more like promos, you know? And down here we have a photograph of George Barris right there, putting together some model kits. Probably putting together the cover from what it looks like right there. That's pretty neat. Freddie Soto, what's up, dude? And let's see what it says right here. It says Custom Car Models by George Barris, Spotlight Books, copyright 1961 by Trend Books. Has the address 5959 Hollywood Boulevard, LA. And anything else? Printed in the USA by Pacific Press, Inc., Los Angeles, California. Crazy. So yeah, 1961. We're going back in time, guys, right here. So again, the contents, we got custom, coast to coast, hot rods, coast to coast, model, and show displays, how to customize your models, manufacturer reviews. And then here, we have all the info there. People responsible for putting this together. Look at this. Customs coast to coast. Man. And then right here, I'm going to read off some things little by little. I'm not going to read the whole thing because then we're going to be here forever. But just up here in this photo, right here on the left, it says most of the Eastern models follow the same pattern as the larger cars, mild and moderate in concept. And now we're going to look at this one over here on this side. It says, in the West Coast, always the leaders of the custom fad lend to go all the way with the models using parts from many different kits. That's interesting right there. Because, yeah, you do see quite of a mashup, a variety of things right there. And this one here looks a lot more, more uniform, kind of like out of the box with that custom flair. But really cool stuff. I'm really digging what I'm seeing here. Man. It would just make me wonder if some of these were able to go, these guys in the future, if they were here right now, what they would do if they had access to what we have now, Imagine going back in time and telling them, hey, here, I brought you a 3D printer. I brought you some tools. I brought you CA glue, all these cool things here you could do now. Man, this is cool. Here we have a unique combination of parts. This 58 Chevy Cameo Pickup has a 58 Cadillac grille, headlight, and bumper assembly. The hood is scooped from the rear end of a 58 Buick, taillights and bumper interior. That's so cool. Yeah, you could see it. I mean, right there, right on the grill, even the back. You're like, that truck did not come out the factory like that. And then this one here, this is a very interesting one right here. Just the layout of the car, and then you have the stance of it, and then obviously that beefy engine inside right there. Freddie Soto, take care of that mag. Thanks for showing. Yeah, man. For me, this is like a nice piece of, like in my collection now that I'm definitely going to take care of. I just need to get like an exterior type of plastic to slide it in. And then here we have some more models. Hubley Ford station wagon. Oh man, look at this one right here. I don't know what this is. It has like some material. It says model display are very popular, and this combo was built especially for exhibits. Both models are from Teaneck, New Jersey, and are AMT made. 40 Ford sedan has a trailer with the 32 Ford Roadster, but are sparkled. The trailer is handmade. So pretty much trailer scratch built. When he's saying about sparkled, I'm assuming it's some type of flake or something that's on this, because it looks, you can see like there's some texture in that car. That's what stood out to me right now when I saw it. I was like, man, this car down here, I'm really liking how they cut out those scoops right there, exposing or like opening it up on the engine right there. That looks pretty dope. I'm really digging that. Even the wheels, they're different. The ones in the back are a little bit more out. And then here, let's read this. It says, an AMT 40 Ford Coupe has been customized by Paul Wilham of San Diego and has among its features severe rake up front, contoured wheel wells, slits. There we go. The slits in hood, quad headlights. Dang, even that. Frenched grille and body and hood channeling for nice effect. Wow, there's a lot of work that went into that. So yeah, I was calling them scoops, but these slits, that's awesome. I'm going to take notes of that. I might have to try that on a car. I've never done anything like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Let me make sure we're good here before we continue on. All right. Next page. All right. So here we have, let's see here. The Bozek brothers of Detroit built this AMT 1960 Ford. It's a semi-custom with much work and detail. Yeah, it looks like a clean car. Kind of looks like a lowrider, you know, but it's not. Just the way how long it is, and then even the spotlights that they put in there. And then look at this one. All the flames. That looks crazy. A 58 Ford convertible is stock. Yeah, that's a really cool, wild paint job. And then let's check out this car. Let's highlight this lady here. So check this out. This is her car. Look how dope that is right there. Clean, dude. Even like right here, like the side, that right there looks like it was molded. Like all these exterior pieces. And let's read it here. So it says, this AMT 60 Ford is now full custom and features many kit components plus special parts. It's shortened fenders flared in both front and rear. The pans are rolled 54 Chevy grill is run rear end, has grill and a set of Pontiac tail light lenses. All right. And then here we have the young lady right here holding the car. And it says, builder of this wild Ford is 15-year-old Donna Scroo. I'm hoping I said that right. Of San Diego, California. The originality of this custom is a true credit to her feminine talent. Right on. This is dope right here. 15 years old, building a model car. I mean, at that time, 1961. I don't know, man. I don't know if maybe her dad built models or something, but it's kind of hard for me to really, imagine that girls were building models back then. I mean, fashion was a thing, especially at that time. A lot of things cracking down and stuff, but that's dope. I think that's really cool that she was doing that right there. So let's see here. The next one. Look at these customs. Wow. Dude, these guys were ahead of their time. I'm telling you. I mean, we see this stuff, similar stuff like this now, and it blows our mind at a model show. And this is going back 60 some years ago, and they were already doing that. What a trip. Crow Customs, Lee, what up, man? I have that magazine. It's just awesome. Dude, when I got this, I thought of you, bro, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Lee has this. You probably have some other cool stuff too. Yeah, I just got this in not too long ago, and I was like, man, I got excited. Gotta show this. Let's see. This one here, another one custom by the Berserk brothers from Detroit, Michigan. Let's see here. I noticed the hood, even like the shape it's cut out looks custom. You could barely see it there. You could kind of see it there. Dang, it's got skirts. That's so dope. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, there's tons of pages. Wow. Just the way the stance of this one is, how slammed it looks. Those big wheels. Look at that hood. Sodak model cars, what up? Damn, look at this right here. That's cool. All right, on, man. Cool. Let's see, dude. This is some exciting stuff for her, man. I'm just imagining them putting this together, putting in all that work, all that sanding, gluing. Man, look at this. This is wild. See here, it says the rear end is gifted with a rippled tube grill, removal of bumper, and installation of dual nerfettes and a molded license plate bracket. This smooth model comes from the Syracuse, New York area. Nice. I'm just wondering, are these water slide decals or is this hand painted? Could be hand painted. Then we're going back to San Diego. It's a trip now. There's a lot of San Diego being mentioned in this book so far. Ray Cook of San Diego crafted this custom. He started with a 59 Pontiac AMT kit, and the top was chopped quite a bit and transformed into a half top. A Chrysler grille assembly and bumper were added to the front end. A real nice combination. Dude, look at that. Like those seats are reclined all the way back. That's pretty cool. And then you got the top part right there. Right? So low, like it's chopped. And then even back here, like that just looks mean, dude. Like the way the bumper is, I almost thought it was upside down. But it's not, just the way that's sticking out. It looks so mean. That and then the top part. That whole design. And then even the spotlights right there. See, Freddie Subtle says, watch out with the oil in your hand. Nah, yeah, bro. I made sure I washed my hands before I came in here. But you know, obviously I got to turn stuff on and I'm touching things. And even right now, just flipping through it, I'm being very careful with them. Trying not to really touch too much of the initial pages. Here, let me set it down. I gotta drink some water. Imagine I spill it. Psh. Oh, dude, that would suck. I would have to buy another one. Yeah, that would suck if I'd spill water in this thing. Or paint. I'll be like, dang. I'll be like, this is the reader's copy and the other one's going in the vault. Okay, so let's see here. We have another one from New Jersey. Right here. 59 Chevrolet station wagon. A clean two-wheel trailer. Right there. I love the headlights on this. Look at that. How they just flip those right there. That's so dope. And even all this right here. See, I'm not sure if this is painted or this is maybe like some kind of, not a decal, but like tape or something where they could have done like a fade with like a marker and then they're like, all right, we'll stick it on. We'll cut it to shape, you know? I'm not sure. Now I'm wondering, were they using airbrush or rattle can at this time? I mean, in the front, obviously, we have the brushes, so maybe it was just brushed, but it looks clean so far, you know? Oh, that's pretty wild. Hot rods, coast to coast. We got the Eastern car, then we got the Western Extreme. See, Sodak model says, those are decals also. Many come with different color fade panel decals. All right, cool. And then OmniWorks says, dang, gotta build a custom now. Yeah, dude, this is pretty inspiring. Seeing this stuff right here. Ooh, look at this right here. This looks pretty mean. I like this front shot right here. Yeah, that looks crazy. That looks hella exaggerated. Like you sit on this little seat, then you got that steering wheel like that, and those tiny little wheels. That's crazy. Oh, this is cool. Some very forward-thinking concepts right there of stuff. Wow. Man, I don't know too much, you know, of these kind of hot rods, but man, they look crazy. This one catches my eye. I just something about the body shape of that. Oh, dang. Check this out. Model and show displays. Model car contest. This display was at Hartford, Connecticut, and was for model and its exhibit only. If you look closely, you'll see a multitude of ideas for displaying your craftsmanship. Some builders go all out just for display, and they win trophies too. And here you can see the inspiration for what we encounter, do, and what we see when we go to shows. This is pretty neat. And it's all going up. It looks like in steps going up. Down here we have the winner from San Diego Model Car Show is shown along with the trophy that went to the builder. It's bigger than the model, which is a 58 Ford with chop top, wild fins, reworked front end, rear grille, multiple taillights from AMT. Dude, that's awesome. Look at that. That's a serious chop right there. Man, San Diego. Let's see. Let's go over on this side. Here's a complete display by Push Rods of Syracuse, New York, with a drag strip and many small figures. The parking lot along the strip is filled with several custom rods, antiques, and just about every type of car you can imagine. No booth. Psh, look at that right there. It's a little raceway with a little parking lot. Let's see. I'm trying to read what it says right here on the wall. It says, dedicate yourself to safety. And then underneath it says, we did. Okay. Then down here, this other one, we have seen at Teaneck, New Jersey car show is this model exhibition with a nice lineup of customs, rods, and boats. Boats, we might add, are another field of high interest, what with many auto ideas being transferred to the water world vehicles. Oh yeah, I see a little boat right there. A little carriage. That's cool. Like most of them have a little platform or something like underneath their car, and it just reminds me like now sometimes people put like those little foams underneath the their cars where they display. That's cool. Then here we have the looks like the AMT Corporation. Let me see. They have a commercial booth. They're at the NHRA National Car Show in Detroit. And then down here we have a shot from one of the cars shown at the Springfield, Massachusetts Autorama. Has several models in exhibition. So you see all those right there. Check that out. And then this one here, this is a pretty cool photograph right here. You got a young gentleman right there holding a really tiny car. It looks like a diecast almost. And then all the models. So it says Miniature Custom Show by Ron Brusantori. Ron Brusantori showed his wares at the San Mateo show. His craftiness included rods, customs, antiques, and boats. Unique facet of the display was that the majority of his models were mounted on a revolving merry-go-round platform. A good idea. Aw, dang, right there. San Mateo. I'm trying to think. Is that up north? San Mateo. Here, I got to check my phone. I got to make sure. I wonder if that's San Mateo where my homie lives out there. Let me see. Hold on. Here, let me see. San Mateo, California. All right. San Mateo. Directions. Oh, yeah, it is up north. Oh, I think my homie... Wait, is it by Redwood City? It's close. Oh, shoot. Yeah. My homie always tells me about San Mateo. Now it's starting to click. Yep, Redwood City. All right, cool. I know my homie who's going to be watching this. I'm going to ask him if he can, I don't know. I guess I'm asking too much. I was going to say, let's try to track him down. But I don't know. That name, I have to look up that name. Ron Brusantori. This is a really cool photograph, though. Right here. All these years, and we're looking at this book right now. So, hopefully, we're still flipping through this book 20 years from now. You know, hopefully someone else picks this book up 40 years from now or 50 years from now and is flipping through it and is acknowledging all this stuff plus all the stuff that's going down right now. Let's see. Leon says, next city over from where the hell? NNL West. Yes, it is. That's a trip. Dang, by the Santa Clara. All right. Then down here we have Cambusters SF. It says there SF. All right, let's read this. Amongst all the stuff, angel hair on the floor are several models made by the Cambusters of San Francisco. They were included in the display of their big car trophies added, emphasizing the models' diminutive size and shape. Good show. Right on. That's cool. So from San Diego, now we're going up north with these two photographs right here, and then also from other states, East Coast on the other side. All right, let's see what else we get into right here. Man, they even got the little figures too. Damn, that Corvette. That's different in the back. This is from Hartford, Connecticut right here. You got those three cars right there. And all AMT, you know. AMT was killing it right here. They were busting out. I wonder what other competitors, what else was out there, you know? Look at this right here. That's cool. I always like how those, they kind of have a tilt like forward, and then there's some that they exaggerate them even more. There's a nice display right here too. Got the little box, everything all right here. Yeah, it says AMT model are a toolkit, fire extinguisher, gas and oil cans, battery, and a full house Lincoln mill. That's nice. Ooh, Excalibur. Let's see. The model is a replica of Roth Excalibur Outlaw. And then in the back it says, and a photo of the real rod is seen just behind. Modeled details on this Roadster are very good and are taken from photos. Then down here we got another 40 Ford sedan. Don't overlook the possibility of standard glass case for your exhibiting. This is a bit unusual due to curved front piece of plexiglass. A little money can buy one of these, especially if you find a store that is going out of business. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you could see it. It has that curve right here. Very stylish. I've always admired old businesses that had their windows slanted and kind of curved like that. So if you're walking and the business is next to you, when you look in, it almost has this like effect, like if it's gonna fall on you, this like curve. I don't know what that was called, but I've always been a fan of that. Once in a while, I'll see a building or like a restaurant, something that still has that. And I'm always like, oh, that's dope. They kept it. Then here, down here, we have this other display right here. Autorama. Hey, what's up, Bugs? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining. It says, this glass case is a homemade version. The builders used heavy adhesive angle iron welded together, and of course, pans of glass. Entire assembly was mounted on a plywood table. Models are placed through the top of the display case. Look at that right there. Now we're getting to the how to customize your model section. And let's just admire the tools right here. Look at this. They have cement, a knife, scissors, a file. It looks like a nail file, a flathead screwdriver, and tweezers, and a razor blade. So let's read this little paragraph right here. It says, it doesn't make any difference whether you put together a stalker or go all out and customize. You'll need these basic tools: plastic cement, knife, scissors, small file, screwdriver, tweezers, razor blade, knife, file, blade. R for trimming parts after breaking away. Dope. Look at that. And that's something that we all practice religiously every time that we open up a new box of model. Every time we're going to work on a kit, man, look at that. Then here's another display, the whole layout. It says here, a complete 61 Ford Sunliner 3-in-1 kit laid out prior to construction. This is recommended to familiarize. Wow, how hard was that to say? Builder with all the components before putting the kit together. We're going to build the stock version, later proceed to advanced customizing techniques. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty dope. So it's like the routine, you know, like someone getting into model building, you get them hyped. You go, all right, dude, this is what we got to do. You get your model, bust out all the parts, you lay them out, you bust out your tools, you even light a match, and you go, all right, put it away. And then from there, you get started, you know, and you do that every time. All right, let's see. Sodak model cars. In 1961, Revell and Johann would have been the other main manufacturers. S&P, which was an offshoot of AMT, plus Palmer and Premier kits were available, but a very subpar product in comparison to AMT. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right. Johann, I remember seeing that. For the Revell stuff, were they also putting out in the same scale, like, you know, 125th, or was it 132 scale? Because I know I've gotten some kits, or I've looked up somewhere. It's mostly like they're more of the 132. So then right here we got the assembly. So right here he's just breaking down the steps, like first step, second step, and so forth. Right here he's breaking off the parts. Here we have, you know, some, it looks like glue assembly, putting everything together, attaching the undercarriage. And then over here, let's see, it says here filling in holes, filing with material. Yeah, the customization starts to apply the glue. It says next step is to apply the glue, allow maximum time to settle up, ensure hardness, techniques used throughout. And he's filing. Yeah, just some hands down model building right here. Representing right there with the ring, got the wristlet right here. Dang. Probably some gold right there, you know? Man. It looks like he's got the hobby knife, removing some parts. Sandpaper. That's a big file right there. Just breaking it down. We're on page 43. Manufacturer's review. So here we have a couple of kits from AMT right here. See how close we get to that one there. So it's kind of similar to that other layout. And here we see the waterside decals that I was talking about earlier. And let's see, I think it was Freddie that pointed it out about that. Here we are. You're right. Bam. They have that like fade effect. That's pretty dope. Super cool stuff, dude. Like, man, I'm just thinking like if I was a kid in the 60s and I had access that I could buy this stuff and I was building models and everything, and it would have just been a fun time, you know, having this book and other books and just going along and then just freestyling, doing your own kind of thing. And then after that, following, I wonder how long these builders did it for, you know, if they carried it on for many years and they're still doing it, or, you know, I would think like by now they, I don't know, man. They're either alive or they've passed away, or they might be like in their 80s, you know, maybe 70s. I'm trying to think. I don't know, man, because I mean I'm 42. My dad was born in 62, and we're pretty much like 20 years apart. And I mean this came out before my dad was born. So I'm trying to think like, man, I don't know. I mean, my grandparents weren't building models, nothing like that. They didn't know it probably even existed. But I'm trying to think like, who do I know that would be at that age building models, you know? I'm trying to think right now. But what a trip. Here we got some more. I feel like I've seen this before, this box art at a show or like on eBay. I might have seen this like at NNL West maybe. This one looks dope. I don't think I've ever seen this box art right here. But just the way the box looks, the shape of it, like they're long, it makes me think like maybe this is like a 132 scale. I mean, I could be wrong, but I know most of them, like I purchased some 132 scale where they come like that, where they're split. And then this one looks more like a 125th scale. But all cool stuff right here. Let's see. Model Car 1589 comments. When the 124 and 125th scale became the standard Sodak model cars, they were doing both 132 and 125th. Their early ones were very detailed, but were still multi-piece bodies. The one-piece body construction was a major step to huge popularity. And then, yes, the Revell kit is 132. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. So once they started developing them, not like this, but producing them more like a one-piece body, that was like the next level, like next step, like progression. That's dope. The evolution. Dang. We should put the models, you know, like the evolution of the man and everything, have like the models, like just a piece of plastic and then this and that and then all the parts and where it's at now. See, like right here, like what you said, now it's more into one piece. And then this is a Johan kit right here. And then this other one, it says Hubley Manufacturing Co. Man. Yeah, one day I'm gonna have to like save my money and splurge on like a Johan kit. I remember NNL West, there was like different kits that were like $100, $200, $300, and I was like, that's a lot. I mean, I'm not familiar with all of them, you know. So, I would assume, man, these are the OG ones. These cost a lot of money, you know. And my friend, he bought one for like, I was like, how much you pay for that? He's like $150. I was like, damn. You know, I didn't know because that was new to me. To me, I felt like, you know, spending like, I don't know, $50 maybe like on a Mobius kit was a lot at that time. But when he told me that, he was like, whatever. He was like, yeah, I got it. I wanted it. I was like, damn. I was like, right on. And that's what it is, man. I mean, whatever makes you happy, right? If that's what you want to get, that's what you want to build, do it. Who's holding you back, you know? And if they want to charge that and to you, you feel like, yeah, that's fair. That's what it goes for. Then do it up. You know, nothing wrong with that. Bam. That's cool right here. Okay, I've seen this one before. This box art, Black Widow. Monogram. That right there. Ooh, even see the webs right there from the Black Widow. Here we have this one here. Oh, you could do 2 versions. You could transform it right there. Look at that. Dang. Yeah, there's a lot of features right here. Strombecker, Merit Models, Hubley Manufacturing. Hawk Model Company out of Chicago. Hawk. That's pretty cool. Oh, I really like the way they do the logo with the diamonds right there. Dang. Maybe I should do a sticker, like a throwback to that, like Scale Riders, and just put it in like little diamonds or something. Let's see. So like model cars, rare subjects, and haven't been produced 60 plus years. So only getting rare and more pricey. Yeah, it is, man. Before, let's see, model cars 59. Before they repopped a 64 Revell lowrider, they want about $50 to $100 for that kit. Dang. Uh-oh. I hate to say it, guys. These are the last 2 pages right here. So we have the green Hornet right here, Monogram. And then this one right here. Looks like a El Camino. Then we got a custom hot rod right there. Here's the back and the front. It's like a cool little size little book. It's tiny, dude. So it's about 64 pages. And I mean, if you include this one and the other one, it's probably like 66 that have images, you know, with model cars like these 2 right here. Staples are still intact. Yeah, it looks like a fair, good copy, you know. But like I said, I have a feeling this might be like a second print, maybe third print. I did a search. I was trying to see like if there's other versions of it, and I couldn't really find anything on it, you know. If you go on eBay and you look up this book, you will find some, and there's some subtle differences in just the colors, but I don't know if maybe, you know, when they did a reprint, if they changed the color or maybe it might be a little faded or what, you know. But this one here, the person who was selling it was from Los Angeles, and then I got it sent here. So I was like, man, it's like, it like never left. Like it's still here. Dude, when I got it, that was the first thing I did was I flipped through it and I smelled the pages. I could still, it smells like 1960 right now. 1960 paper right there. Yeah, like, I don't know what it is, but I tend to do that sometimes with magazines and like things I'll like open up. But this book, the guy just packed it really well, and he put cardboard on both sides, taped it up really well, and then he put it in another like bubble wrap and another thing. I honestly thought it was gonna be like a full size book, you know, but then when I got it and I was like taking it all apart, I was like, damn, this thing gets small and small. And I was like, oh, yo, this is like tiny. This is like palm of my hand, you know? This is a small book. But then again, you know, things are small. Like a lot of these things. Why are they going to do like now? We get spoiled, right? Everything's like XL. Give me the large size. What size soda, sir? Large size. You know, you get that big gulp, right? So I was like tripping on the size. I was like, yo, this is small, but it's all good. And then I was like, ooh, let me see. So then I opened it up and I started smelling. I'm like, yeah, dude, this thing, it smells like 1960. Like you could tell this has been preserved. Let's see, OmniWorks says cigarette and gasoline. Nah. It doesn't it does not smell like that. Yeah, you're right. I could totally, pretty sure I could like roll it up, or I could just probably fit it in my pocket. But if I roll it up, boom, I could see most of them probably had a crease. People probably folded them in half, you know, and just put it in that pocket, and then you know, tied up them laces, jetted out in the Schwinn bicycle, hopped over some fences. You know what I mean? Like just doing stuff, chilling. All right, let's bust out. Let everybody huddle around. Let's look at the book. You know. Let's see. Oh, let me catch up on the chat. You guys are seeing some stuff right here. Oh yeah, there you go. Freddie Soda says you could smell the ink of the mag. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. Always a treat to see others view experience the early golden days of model building. Yeah, dude. To me, this was definitely a treat. Like when I looked at it at the house, I didn't look through the whole thing. I looked at parts of it, and then I said, no, let me do this live so we could look at this together and just kind of, you know, see what this is about. But yeah, I'm so happy I got this right here. Kevin Smith, what's up, dude? You're all same age as me. Right on. And then Bugs, I'm collecting models for the future. Like the 71, 74 Chevy Caprices are getting expensive. Hopefully now that I'm collecting, my models would be worth something later. Nah, they will, dude. They will. Yeah, get them now. Definitely. Right now that you can. And then let's see here. Freddie Sosa says, don't forget the Huffy and Murray. Oh, what? Right on, dude. That's cool. Yeah, it's like, I know a lot of the times we might resist. We might be like, oh, I don't want to buy this because it's a lot or whatever. And yeah, sometimes you might get lucky and you might find it cheaper, or someone might just hook you up and be like, oh, don't trip. Like, I'll give you a deal, you know, because when they do that, the giving you the deal is because they know it's going to the right person. They know that you have a passion for this and you want this in your collection, and maybe one day you'll build it, you know. But when they sense like, wait a minute, he wants the deal because he's gonna resell it, then that kind of changes right there, you know. But I think having access to certain models and stuff, definitely get the stuff. Get what you can now, because eventually it's either going to be rare, hard to find, or it is going to cost more money, you know. That's the one thing. Let's see. I'm trying to figure something out right here. I got distracted. Wait, what's this? Oh, here we go. Oh, let's see if this works. Let me see if this works. Does this come out? Oh, what the heck? What happened? I guess not. Oh, it did. All right, cool. Then let's see. Kevin says Schwinn 5-speed Stingray. Oh, dope. Yeah, man. It's like, I wish I could get myself, you know, a bike from back then. You know, an original, or even just something that I could paint. But I know, you know, that's going to cost some money right there. I know for sure that that's going to cost something. So if I had the opportunity to, I'd probably do it, you know, but I don't know. Oh, right on, bro. Let's go Dodgers. What? No, hell yeah. I was going to tell you guys, next week, Acme show. It's already here, dude. Next week. Question to you guys: are any of you guys gonna be there? Are you guys going out to the show? And it's in Atlanta. I had booked my ticket a while back, and I'm pretty much ready to go. Like, I already have the flight ticket, hotel, transportation to the airport. I think the only thing now is just figuring out getting from the airport to the venue. We'll figure it out. I told Armando about that. I said, hey, we already have everything figured out, but the one thing we don't have figured out is what are we going to do when we land there? Are we going to walk to the thing or what's up? And he's just like, yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm not really tripping. I mean, we're going to leave early in the morning. So I think I got to be up at like, I don't know, 2 a.m, you know, wake up 2 a.m, get ready. And then I'm going to drive from my house to LAX. So that's probably going to be like a 40-minute drive to get to the other side, you know, cutting across town. My plan is to be at the airport by 4 a.m. And like check in the car, you know, leave it there. Link up with Armando Flores. He's going to already most likely be there. And we're going to be flying together. Same flight. Our flight leaves at 6. I think we're expected to be there like at 1 p.m. at the Atlanta airport. And then after that, you know, we'll play by ear. Probably get some food, maybe a couple of drinks or something. And then be like, all right, cool. What do we do? What do we do? Do we hitchhike? Do we put on a mask with like a sign all jacked up and it just says anywhere? You know, what do we do? So, yeah, we'll figure it out. And then once, you know, hotel, link up, we're going to see some of our friends that are going to be there. So meet up with them. And then, I don't know, I've never been there. It's the first time. So, you know, most likely we'll probably go again, probably go eat somewhere or go meet up with some other, you know, builders, kick it. You know, I'm going to try to document what I can. Everything. Yeah, I'm going to, if I have a moment to go live, I'll go live. If I have a moment to record a short, I'll do that. I'm also going to just try to record stuff on my phone, like behind the scenes. And then later I'll post up those videos and kind of go from there. Man, what else? I'm trying to think. And then from what I've heard is that Friday night people hang out. People kick it at night, this and that. So we're gonna go check that out and see what's up. And then, you know, just head back to the hotel. I'm gonna try to keep it chill, to be honest. You know, I know it's easy to turn up and be like, hey, like let's go eat, and then, you know, you have a drink, and then it turns into another drink and another drink, and then next thing you know, you're all hammered. And next thing you know, you're like, dude, like I don't even want to go to sleep. But then you're like, I gotta get up, and then I don't want to do that. You know, I want to keep it chill. I just want to kick it, and because I know I gotta wake up early again the next day. I'm already gonna be tired, so gotta get up early because I really want to record as much and document and hang out with people, you know. And then after the show, then it's like, all right, cool, we could party or whatever. I don't know, like just hang out Saturday night because we're leaving early the next day, Sunday. You know, it's like we gotta be at the airport early. So I don't know. I don't really see myself like after the show being like, all right, like I'm gonna go sleep. I'll probably just stay up until we go to the airport. And then once I'm on the plane, I'll go to sleep there. By the time I get back, it should be Sunday morning, maybe 9. And everything will feel like a dream, you know, like a blur, like it just went by fast. And then later that day, I'll be hanging out with my family, probably going to downtown where we live. And there's going to be all these like Halloween festivities for the kids. So I'm going to be super tired, but I'm going to be there checking that out and hanging out, you know, doing that. And then that's it, you know, back. I think I should be good. Hopefully I'm good by Monday, I would say. Monday, plan is to be good. So this way I could like give you guys a recap and also do another magazine like preview, you know, of stuff. I think that would be pretty fun. And just be able to continue on in the week. I'm still debating whether if I'm going to do a podcast on Tuesday or push it to a Wednesday, just because I don't know how I'm going to feel. I'll determine that by the time I get back. You know, I'll see what's up. I'll see if I have the energy or what's going down. Let's see. Stephen Ray, what up? It says Model Zona November 1st in Phoenix. And then I'll bring back some food right on. Let's see. Atlanta taxi drivers are crazy. I was in ATL 98. Traffic was nuts. And then be safe, porfa. Yeah, dude. I'm going to for sure be safe. Let's see. Yeah, I've never been to that show. Model Zona. That's cool. Oh, I see it. There's in Phoenix. It's like Arizona, but they put Model Zona. That's awesome. November 1st. There's gonna be the next show I'll be at is the one at the NHRA Museum. It's in November. I'm just thinking. I don't know if it's in that same weekend or the following weekend in November, but I know I got to get ready for that. I'm gonna be vending there at that show. Right there. But hey guys, I'm gonna take off. It's it's like a minute till midnight. Yeah, dude, because once it's midnight, bro, I'm gonna go outside and my eyes are gonna turn yellow, and then I'm gonna turn into a wolf, like Michael Jackson, like in that music video Thriller. No, I'm joking. But let's see here. But yeah, it should be fun, man. Like it would be cool if you guys can go over there. Check that out, you know. It'd be pretty sick, but it's all good. Hopefully in the future we get to hang out, see, you know, be at another show, and then kick it, you know. I think that'd be pretty dope. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I wanna see the stuff, you know, out there. But yeah, bro, it's a trip. Now sometimes I stay up late, you know. I'll be here like working on stuff, and then I'll be looking at my camera and I'll see like wildlife at night. I'm like, what the hell? You know, like the other day I saw a skunk. He was like kicking it by my car. I was like, what is this fool doing? I thought it was like a club because I see a skunk go under my car and then he leaves. And then later a possum comes out of the bottom of the car too at a different time. And he's going in a different direction. And then later there's two raccoons and they're pulling up and then they're crawling on my, I'm like, what do these fools want? What are they doing? Like, you know, I don't keep food or things in there, but I think they're hiding because there's I know, right? They're telling me, oh, there's an owl that kicks it right across the street on this huge tree and he's chilling. And at night I hear him. And I'm like, dude, like he's ready to snatch one of these animals up. And every time I see them, they're just like, they run from my car, then they run up to the next car. They're trying to dodge everything. And then the other night I did see a coyote, like just running. He was hungry, dude. He's so skinny. He was just running, like looking. And I'm going, dang, like these fools are just coming down, you know? In the day I see squirrels. They're always across the street on the trees, you know, but yeah, it's weird. I'm like getting all these locals right here chilling, you know, but late at night, you know, I'll get like notifications at like 3 a.m, 4 a.m. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to sleep, you know, and then seen an owl scoop up a small dog once. Oh, damn, that must have been crazy, bro. And then my skunk is beautiful, don't even stink, and she's wild. All right on. Yeah, like the one I saw that was going in the car, it looked huge. Like he was like a chubby squirrel, you know? Not a chubby squirrel, a skunk. I was like, what the heck? But nah, they didn't do anything. Like I thought, I was really thinking, dang, man, what if I get in my car and it just like smells bad? Like from the bottom, they did something to, you know, penetrate too. That would suck. But nah, everything was good. Pepe La Pew. Right on, it's him, right? He's trying to find his lady. But hey guys, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna let you guys go. It was cool kicking it. And I don't know if I'll be on live tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but I will be on soon, you know. We'll go from there. But you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. Later.